Hello everybody, this is Allshouse Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Shadows Over Loathing. In the previous episode, we assaulted the Puckwitch village, despite not really having a reason to do so, but meh. And now we're at the Drexelstead trying to make sense out of this corn maze and to find the milkman. Oh, there's something in there. Alright, let's try and fish it up. SIT barometer necklace. Thanks to this, you'll never again suffer the agony of not knowing exactly what the ambient air pressure is. Plus 2 magical attacks. Okay. Let's see. Mob Accountant's tie tack. This tie tack is engraved with a bunch of relatively concise financial advice. Let's see. Polo Diavola. Versus damage of your magical attacks by +4. Yeah, during the Cold Wars, there were posters all over the place warning about our servicemen about the dangers of the Devil's Chicken. Right. Vine Choker. Accessory. The fact that this loop of ropey vines is still twitching should make you afraid to wear it around your neck, but I bet it doesn't. Bottle of Bloodshine. Doubles your moxie. So, that giant croc or gator mechanized thing in the Gatorman Fortress, it's a super boss, a 100% optional super boss, but one of the techniques as a jazz agent is to use a lot of bottles of Bloodshine to double up your moxie as far as it can go, and then use a moxie-based weapon to utterly annihilate it. I think you could technically still pull it off as the others, but the Jazz Agent is the best one to try it with. Cola Wars Medal. Cola Wars officers got more done before 9 AM than most people do all day in their life. All day, but their life expectancy was dramatically reduced because of all the compulsory amphetamine use. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Gain 5 extra XP. Jeez, there's a lot of stuff in such a tiny pot. Polo Diavola, 1 wet cigarette. Gross. See, swamp mushroom. Another vine choker. Okay, I think we've gotten all we can out of it. This hobo is humming cheerfully while roasting some corn. Hey there, I'm Cornelius. Pleased to meet you. Hi, Cornelius. I'm Talia. What are you up to? Corn is what I'm up to, friend. Up to my neck in it. There's a lot of that around here, yeah. Sure is, and let me tell you, I couldn't be happier. When you're a hobo, your food options are a bit scarce, you know. But you can do just about anything with corn. Muffins, fritters, bread, pudding, tamales, on the cobs, you name it. Is your name really Cornelius? That's right. I don't believe in destiny, but it's a pretty wild coincidence, ain't it? I was afraid this was going to be the sort of routine where you hadn't noticed and I'd have to explain it. Nope. In fact, I think my name's probably the main reason Billy sent me here. Who's Billy? Oh, we don't talk about Billy. But we don't talk about Billy. Okay. Do you know any hobo code you can teach me? As a matter of fact, I know several hobo code words. Are they all they're all corn related, yes. I'll write them down on corn husks for you. Let's tell them about the hobo camp. You know, there's this big hobo camp sitting up near Ocean City. They got a nice community going. It'd be better than this cornfield for sure. Thanks, but I like it here. Look at all this corn. Nah, I feel pretty good about my situation. Drag him into it. Yeah, you've got a good thing here. If it was me, I'd be hauling this corn out of the camp to help the other hobos, but I'm just super altruistic like that. What, are you trying to guilt me into this? Oh no, not at all. I'm just saying I'm much better at giving back to the community than you are. See these muscles? I didn't get these biceps by not giving corn to those in need. I'll tell you that for free, which is yet another example of how generous I am. Well, I'll show you. He loads up a wheelbarrow with corn and storms off in as much as someone can do while pushing a wheelbarrow. And now, we are actually going to go back to Ocean City because we are going to need his help to finish off this entire corn maze. So, off to the hobo camp we go. Yes, but I might need it later. Probably in the grub. Oh, hey, it's Cornelius. Oh, hi. Hey, thanks for the tip about this place. Everyone's been really appreciative about my corn and my cooking skills. Guess I was being selfish before. It does feel good to share and help folks out. Aw, that's great. So you've been doing a lot of cooking? Yep, been making a lot of cornmeals. Out of cornmeal. So what's cooking? I tried a few different things, but everyone liked my cornbread best, so mainly just cornbread. Here, let me cut you a piece as thanks for helping me out. Increases maximum HP by 7 and gives 3 HP regen per round. Ooh, thanks. We're gonna need that. Now, let's talk to our, or to the king. Oh, and warm our hands. Hello, Johnny. So about those secret plans. See, Talia, you have been extraordinarily helpful. With your aid, the population of this camp has grown enormously. I believe I can trust you enough to reveal my full plan to you. Ooh, what is it? I am reliably informed that there is a small, sparsely inhabited island in the Eastern Ocean that is somehow unaffected by the passage of time. My intention is to gather as many hobos as possible and sail from there to establish a marvelous sparkling city of total freedom, unimpeded by this country's laws and social mores. And I shall name that city Hobopolis. So this is actually a reference to Kingdom of Loathing, where things don't go as well as Johnny would like to think they would be. That sounds fantastic. And thanks to you, I believe I have enough people to make this fantasy a reality. I am in your debt, Talia. I cannot imagine there are many more hobos out there that would join our cause, but please locate them if you can. Okay, I'm on it. Anyways, back to Gray County, and by extension, the Drexelstead. Abandoned truck, parked on the side of the road. I'd rather be fishing. Underneath that, someone's written, screw it, I'm going fishing. Most of the engine is gone, plus the doors and the entire glove box. But somehow there's still a toolbox in the back. Let's remedy that. Let's see, if we try to push through here. Yep, little girl. Glum-looking little girl stands here, listlessly pulling the petals off a cornflower. Talk to her. Hello there. What's so good about it? What? Oh, sorry, I wasn't really listening. What's your name? Cecilia. That's a really pretty name. Everyone calls me Sissy. Oh, well, that's fine too. What are you doing in this cornfield? Nothing. I mean, why are you here? I got in a fight with my little brother Billy. I don't remember what we were fighting about. I don't see the connection. He sent me here. This is where he sends everything he doesn't like. Brothers can be tricky. Do you like it here? I don't know. I've been here so long, I don't even really remember how long. Everything here is just... She gestures around listlessly. It's just corn. What is there to like or not like? What would that even mean? Wow, you are way too young for this level of ennui. I must miss a lot of things from before. I miss my friends. Mainly I miss my best friend Darla. She was really good at jump rope. I probably missed her birthday. I must have missed a lot. I might have missed a lot of birthdays. Her birthdays. Anything else? I miss the sun. It's always so gray and cloudy here. It never even turns into nighttime. First it was fun to not have a bedtime. Now it's just confusing. Anything else? I miss my teddy. Might be too old for him now. I'm not sure how old I am, but I miss him anyway. Anything else? I miss my cat. He was fluffy and black. He probably still is, I guess. Is that all you miss? I miss ice cream. There's nothing to eat here except corn. I used to like corn. Now it's just corn. Anything else? See you later, Sissy. So we got some ideas on how to at least try to improve her lot in life. Ah, a wire coat hanger. Excellent. Wardrobe stands alone here like proverbial cheese. Look inside. Sadly, it doesn't contain a portal to a magical world of fantasy. I guess you could cut a hole in the back and then at least it would contain a portal to a magical world of corn. What it does contain is an assortment of drab church clothes for a small boy. Nothing in here is your size or denomination. Oh, by the way, something I should mention about the wire coat hangers. I probably have mentioned it, but I'll mention it again just in case. There are 5 wire coat hangers throughout the entirety of the game, and 6 cars to unlock. I learned that lesson the hard way, so unless you keep the key cursed, you're going to want to be very careful with your use of the wire hangers. Looks like an ice cream truck, but the label makes a slightly different claim. Hi there. I'm Ike Bremen, the cream corn man. That sure doesn't roll off the tongue, the way it used to. You're selling cream corn out of an ice cream truck? Yeah, well, if I had some ice, I could sell you some ice cream. If I had some cream. Say, you seem like a lady who doesn't have an expensive truck to keep an eye on and is free to come and go as she pleases. If you could do me a couple favors, I'd appreciate it. Let's buy some cream corn. Increases your sleeves armor by 6 until you eat something else. A handful of dairy-free creamed corn. That is, corn that's been pulverized until creamy. This is good for both the lactose intolerant and the corn intolerant. Coming right up. Hold out your hand, I'm out of cones. Ike plops a big scoop of creamed corn into the palm of your hand. Okay, then. Thanks. What's your sales pitch on this creamed corn? Well, it's that sweet corn goodness you know and love, but in creamed form. Although for clarity, I should point out that it doesn't have any cream in it. It's more creamed in the sense of being mashed into a smooth paste. But hey, if you're lactose intolerant, this might just be the stuff you're looking for. How'd you get in here? Last thing I remember is telling a kid I was out of bomb pops. Feels like ages ago now. Are you still out of bomb pops? Even more than I was then. Shucks. What kind of favors? I need cream and a lot of it, like a barrel of it, plus a part to make my freezer unit work again. What part? I don't know, I'm not really real mechanically minded guy. It's a thing that makes the inside of the box cold. Yep, and that's what we needed it for. Give him a freezer part. I think this might be the part you're looking for. Hey, yeah, that looks familiar. Thanks, buddy. Give me a second to hammer this in and change my sign. Sure. Iced corn. You're selling iced corn now. Yep, had a big bin of leftover popsicle sticks, so I made... Oh, nuts, I should have called them cornsicles, huh? Oh well, too late to change the sign now. When you say leftover popsicle sticks, do you mean leftover from eating the popsicles? Yeah. Right. Alright, let's buy this. Sure thing, here you go. I sure hope you don't have a sensitive teeth. It's your frozen corn on the cob. Frozen corn on the cob on the stick. Iced corn. Increases your cold armor. Thanks. Well, now we just need to get him some cream. Oh, wish I would have kitty cat. And it looks like some guy. Can't get through the maze. Is this stalk of evil corn because of the malevolent maze, or is it the other way around? Or is it all a coincidence? Perhaps we'll never know. Oh well. Oh hey. Serious-looking man in a military dress uniform is pacing around the area of this area of the maze. Excuse. Ted Hut! Name, rank, and serial number. Talia Hunt, fair to middling, and, 6? A likely story. How do I know you aren't a spy? Spy for who? Crows? You know damn well who I mean, those dirty blues. Blues? Are you talking about the Blue Cola Army? Damn right I am, and I won't stand for any of their filthy espionage tactics. Sir, the Cola Wars ended almost a full decade ago. Oh. Yes, that's true. Excuse me. Something about this place makes it easy to forget. At ease, then, you may address me as Colonel Benedetto. Nice to meet you, Colonel. So, how are things? By things, I presume to mean you are referring to troop morale? You have troops here? Certainly. The milkman and the dentist and the ice cream man and the little girl. Those people aren't... Yes, I know they aren't soldiers. I know that. Okay, how's their morale? Well, right now I'd rate it a 2 out of 10. Pathetic, frankly. If the Blues attacked us now, we'd be routed for certain. How'd you get here? That information is strictly on a need-to-know basis, soldier. You don't have clearance. Come on, Colonel. This isn't a military operation. No, I suppose not. Nevertheless, I'm not at liberty to discuss. Loose lips sink ships. What ships? Oh, whatever. Why don't you just leave? You think we haven't tried? This maze twists upon itself and warps the senses in a way that makes escape impossible. Huh. I don't seem to have any trouble coming and going. How did you get here in the first place? Saw a weird house next to a cornfield and just sort of walked in. Aha, you weren't banished here, therefore the maze has no motivation to keep you here. Banished? Humph, I've said too much already. Shucks. Now what about the hobo? Who, Cornelius? What about him? Well, it sounded like he was banished here, but he didn't seem to have any trouble leaving. Of course not. The man's a hobo. Their freedom of travel is practically a paranormal ability. Wish we'd had a few during the war. They'd made excellent scouts. Well, if they could be trusted to come back. Huh, weird. What's up with all this weird spiky black corn? We refer to that as maize. Right, yeah, of course you do. Our investigations into its nature have so far proven inconclusive. Do you mean inconclusive? No, I do not. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we basically need to bring the morale of everyone here up. Let's see, this box is full of disused, disregarded, and slowly disintegrating toys. Geez, how long have these been here? Dive on in. There's a whole lot of junk in this trunk. What are you looking for? Is this his teddy bear? You dig around until you find a teddy bear arm, and then you dig a little deeper to reveal that arm is attached to an entire bear. It's Sissy's teddy bear. A teddy bear in that sweet spot where it's worn out enough to be charming, but not worn out enough to be super creepy. And teeth for the dentist. Wind up chattering teeth. A pair of dentures with an over-tightened music box mechanism jammed into them. Give it 20 years or so and these will be all the rage. Huh. Okay. And there's a very large crow. I've actually dealt with that before. Silken Milkman. Hi there, are you a milkman? Dour sigh. Yeah, Milkman Stan, that's me. How did you end up in here? I don't want to talk about that. Why so glum? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. None of the others will listen to me complain anymore. For starters, it's extremely boring in here, and I don't have anything to read except my sign. Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Let me tell you, after a couple of times, the twist at the end really loses its thrill. What? You know what's even worse than that? I guess not. I'm allergic to corn. If I even eat even a single single kernel, my face swells up like a frog on a bicycle pump. Oh, jeez. Well then, what have you been eating? Just the leaves and husks. On the bright side, I bet I've got the cleanest colon in the Tri-County area. And then there's the weather. Can you believe this weather? It seems fine. It never changes. It's just this gray, slightly chilly nothing. Always. I don't understand how the corn even grows here. It never rains. Wouldn't that be worse if it was raining? It would be novel, at least. Yeah, I guess that's... And then I have to deal with some cat running around. It got in my bow tie while I was sleeping and totally shredded it. I looked like some kind of degenerate. Gee, that's a shame. I can't even try to catch it and eat it because I'm also allergic to cat meat. Oh, and there's a crazy dentist who hangs out on the other side of the cornfield who keeps trying to talk to me about calcium. I tried to tell her, lady, I just sell milk. I don't know anything about the chemical properties of calcium in relation to teeth and bones. She's probably just trying to start a conversation because she's lonely. Yeah, lonely like a fox. I've seen the way she looks at my teeth. Well, the worst thing is, you want to know the worst thing is? Sure. I've got corns. Corns like the kind you get on your feet, little painful wads of callus. And not only are they painful and annoying, I'm just constantly being taunted by how on the nose it is. Anyway, thanks for listening. I don't meet a lot of new people, as you can imagine. Don't mention it. Will you sell me some milk? Sure, they don't call me Milkman Stan on account of not selling milk. It's 3,000 meat per barrel. Are you joking? It's the only milk in the Maize, geographical monopoly. I have a smaller quantities available if you're experiencing a cash shortfall at the moment. They're listed on the sign. Yeah, no thanks. Alright, anyways, that cornbread we got, we need it for the crow. Crows are usually very wary around humans, not because they're high-strung or cowardly, but because they're very intelligent. They're aware of the fact that their bones are thin and hollow, and that humans are much bigger than they are. This crow knows what it means for the tables to be turned. It spreads its wings in an intimidating display and makes it sound like a rusty garage door had a baby with a burst of radio static. Huh? Make friends with it? Well, that's not outside the realm of possibility. Lots of people make friends with crows, primarily by feeding them. This crow lives in a possibly infinite dimension-warped cornfield, though, and from the looks of him, he's taking full advantage of that situation. So it's probably a non-starter unless you got something that's much better than ordinary corn. Give him some cornbread. He tosses a square of cornbread at the giant crow, who snaps it out of the air and swallows it whole. His eyes go wide, and he does an ecstatic little dance for a moment, then plucks a large feather from his wing and tosses it towards you, and flies away with a loud caw! Giant crow feather. It's black as pitch, as shiny as gold, and as big as a tennis racket, and as light as itself. Neat. What's this? Massive can of cocktail engines is the sole occupant of this little diverticulum. Oh, sure, we can take it to the speakeasy. Let's see. We could probably help out the milkman and get him to lower his prices so we can actually buy some of that milk without bankrupting ourselves. Let's see, let's get a bow tie. Fine silk bow tie. Perfect thing to wear if you want everyone at church to know you're a fancy little boy. +1 moxie's alright, but nah. I'm gonna give it to the milkman. Hello again. Found a new bow tie for you. Well, hey, that's a sharp-looking piece of finery. It makes me feel a little better. In fact, I think I'll celebrate by lowering my prices a little. He scratches out the prices on the sign and writes in some new ones. Still don't look all that happy. Well, now that I've got this nice bow tie, it just reminds me of how snappy I used to look before my hat got all dirty. I see. You seem to be able to move in and out of this nightmare labyrinth freely, for some reason. Any chance you'd want to take my hat to be laundered? Sure. Ah, thank you. Here. Please don't show this to anyone. It's very embarrassing to my professional sensibilities. Milkman's dirty secret. The secret is that it's a hat. Look, not every secret has to be some kind of earth-shattering revelation. Well, we know just where to go to take care of that. Specifically, Porkham. Head down to Rufus's lab because that's the fastest way to get down there. Advanced neurological anatomy. No thanks. Wait. Ah, shoot. Grants a perk allowing the use of an extra actually, I don't really need that. Alright. Now I just gotta remember where... Ah, there it is. On to the milkman's hat. Milkman's clean hat. Milkman's sins have been washed away, assuming that dandruff is a sin. Head to Great County, head back to the Drexelstead. Borg House. Let's see. It's a lone house spot from this, perhaps a mile. Nah, continue where we're going. So, the Borg House had an interesting way to be able to get everything from it. Unfortunately, that's been patched out. The way it basically worked is that your maps would be in your inventory, if I can find it, and then you could use them from there to get to them. Unfortunately, you can no longer do that in locations where you're not allowed to look at the map. Unfortunate, but oh well. Dr. Sarah, I might have found some teeth for you. Clackety, clackety, clackety. Oh, look, they're fun. Thank you, that'll be a beautiful addition to my cornfield surgery. I agree. Anything else I can do for you? You know what would really make this feel like a dentist's office? Popcorn machine. Popcorn always makes me think of the movie theater where my dentist used to operate. Plus, it'll make cleaning much more interesting. Look out for a popcorn machine, I guess. Well, I know just where to find one. It's broken, but it's a popcorn machine. Popcorn machine. Fold the machine up and put it in your pocket. It's one of those folding kinds. If you want to keep moviegoers fed without losing money, you'll have to make some concessions. Boo. Brought you a popcorn machine. Well, I've never had a patient quite like you. You brought me a popcorn machine and decorative teeth. You were so understanding about the accidents I made in your mouth. You've really put a smile on my face. Maybe you should be a dentist. Ah, shucks. Look at how wet your fingers are already. You'd be a natural. I'm blushing. Now, once we've got them smiling, perfect. We're done with them. We've raised their morale as high as it could go. Now, we're not quite ready to help out the little kiddo, because we need to help out, you know, the ice cream man. Which means we have to help out the milkman. Oh, again, cleaned your hat. Oh, wow, practically good as new. Thanks, this definitely calls for a celebration. Have some milk. On the house? No, but somewhat less off the house than it was before. He scratches out the prices on his sign and writes in some new ones. So will you sell me some milk? Oh, I'd be happy to. Only 500 meat per barrel. This is still really steep for a glass of milk. Hey, it's also as good as an offer as you're going to get. I can't afford to go any lower. Look, I'm throwing the glass in for free. So, we actually need to buy all of these. So, we'll buy a saucer. Saucer of old-style milk. Here you go, cheapskate. Sheesh. You got a small quantity of milk in a saucer in case you need it for some kind of mixed-up tea party or something. Buy a glass. Enjoy. Is it supposed to be this beige? Yes. Let's see. A hard one glass of what you're pretty sure is just regular milk. Increases your muscle by 1 and your physical armor by 3. By a barrel. Thank you for your patronage, specifically the large quantity of meat your patronage involved. More and older milk than you'll ever need. Let's see, 500, 750, 875. Yeesh. No milk right now, thank you. So he's happy, so we're done with him. It's Ike in his truck. Let's see, give him milk. Found you a barrel of milk. Milk, eh? Nice. That'll be the nearest thing to cream I've tried. Yet. Thanks. Let me just change my sign here and I'll be right back with you. Sure thing. Creamed ice. Hi, Ike. Hi there. Want to buy some creamed ice? Wait. Creamed ice? Yeah, it turns out there's more to making ice cream than just ice and cream, and I don't have the equipment for it here. But I got pretty close, I think. Huh. Okay. Well, let's buy some creamed ice. Here you go, and as thanks for all your help, I put in one of the very few bowls I have left. Ike hands you a bowl of something that is not entirely dissimilar from ice cream. Creamed ice. This is probably as close as this cornfield is going to get to regular ice cream. 3 HP regen per round and 1 AP regen per round. Huh. Let's see. Until you eat something else, so it's food. Oh, he's happy now. Now for the little girl. Hello again. I found your teddy bear. Well, I found a teddy bear, which might be yours. Oh, yes, that's Mr. Grizzles. Gee, he smells kinda musty. Poor Mr. Grizzles, how long has it been? Thank you so much, this makes me feel a lot better. You're welcome. Hey, I think I saw your cat. Really? I didn't know he was in here. Poor ghost. I bet he'd find me if I set out a saucer of milk for him. I just so happen to have one. Oh, thank you. This milk seems a little vintage. Yeah, well, it's probably fine. She sets the saucer down, and after a little while, the corn stalks rustle, and the cat you saw before appears with an inquisitive meow. Oh, Ghost, it is you. I've missed you so much. Thanks, lady. I bet I never would have found him without your help. Ah, you're welcome. Pet him. Let's see. Ghost Boom, +3 cold armor. Nah. Stick with the physical armor. Hello again, lady. I brought you some thing, like ice cream. Oh, thank you. She takes the bowl of creamed ice, tries it, and tilts her head thoughtfully. Well, it's not what I was expecting, but it's much better than corn. Thanks, lady. You're welcome. Do you like it here? I like it a lot better now that you've helped me out. I hope I can figure out how to get home someday, but until then, this isn't such a bad place. Thank you. Sure, no problem. He doesn't smile, but so be it. Now, let's go talk to the military man. Colonel, that was his rank. You salute the general to get his attention. Yes, soldier. How's morale among the, troops? Well, right now I'd rate it a 10 out of 10, and by gum, that's better than I've ever seen them. I've received field reports that this is your doing, soldier. I think you've earned yourself a promotion. Gosh. Colonel pulls out a pair of fancy military epaulets and hands them to you with a snappy salute. Military epaulets, +5 to melee weapon attacks. These epaulets each have a little bayonet sticking out of them. You're lucky they're pointed upward they're pointed forward instead of up. Return the salute. And that's all we can really do for them. Alright, park near an old barn, motorcycle, yeah. Alright, let's get her that milk. Hello, darling. By any chance did you find that glass of milk for me yet? It's very important to me. Yes, here it is. Oh, darling, I knew I could count on you. Let me give you your reward. She stands up and plants a slow kiss on your cheek, then winks and knocks a pattern on the feed store door. You hear someone inside unbarring it. Now I could really use a drink. Huh? What about the milk? Oh, I mean a real drink. The milk is for later. Thanks again, sweetheart. Aw, it was nothing. Now then. Inside, we still have not found Jasper. Back in an hour. Somebody scrawled, yeah, right, in a thick layer of dust on the counter. Door's not messing around. Also, it's barred from the other side. Try the knock pattern. You knock in the same pattern you heard at the front door. Nothing happens. Wrong code, Jughead. One of the chess players mutters from the front of the store. So you change the station. What are you doing? Didn't you know at this very minute Mars is the closest it's been in opposition to Earth for a century? No. Almost every transmitter in the world has stopped broadcasting for 60 seconds in case any Martian signals squeak through the radio. And have they? I don't know, you changed the station. Whoops. Sorry. Don't sweat it, Mars was never my favorite planet anyway. Too much silica. Name's Uskaloosa. Uskaloosa Barnhill. Yes, that's right, my middle name is also Uskaloosa. Heard you helped out my friend Iola. You looking for any more work? It seems I'm always looking for work. That's so. How'd you like to go to outer space, kid? Sure would. Though technically we have. Yeah, me too, but the closest you and I are going to closest you and I are going to come to space, I think, is the little piece of it inside Amon Mulross's place. Shows you on your placemat where it is. Mulross place. Little piece. What? Like a meteorite? Exactly that. A genuine chunk of the cosmos. Landed right in Amon's lap. And between you and me, that's not right. Only thing emptier than outer space is that man's head. Meteorite? Even just a little piece of it. It ought to be in the hands of someone who will appreciate it. Take care of it. Understand me? Yes, you want me to steal a meteorite. Which ought to be a piece of cake, because just the other day the whole Mulross family mysteriously disappeared. Wait, what? Yeah, so you'll be able to waltz on in there, I bet. Okay. There's some old-timey music on the radio. Well, unfortunately, with that, we are out of time for this episode of Shadows Over Loathing. So, I'm going to end things off there. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications when I upload, and please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.